And just get a quick audio check, everything's sounding okay? Great, okay, awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here. I'm joined with the local member of provincial parliament, Monique, and I'm so honored to have Monique here. She's been a strong champion for the community and also a colleague of mine when I was in provincial politics, so it's great to have Monique here. We're also at the site of Neighbour Centre, and I want to thank the team and all the great work they do. And behind me, you see the dental bus. I want to shout out the city of Hamilton and the incredible team of this dental bus. They do incredible work, and we're hoping that we can lessen some of the burden on their shoulders with the work that we've done to fight to make sure that this government delivers on the first expansion of our healthcare system in a generation by bringing in dental care. This dental care program at the federal level will mean that someone can go into a dentist, go into a hygienist, and their bill will be paid for free with a national dental care program. It's going to cover seniors, people living with disabilities, and children 18 and under. And this program, what it means is people are going to save on average $1,200 a year. And it also means they're going to save the pain that they were experiencing. And for some families, it could be a lot more than $1,200. We know, I did a round table with some seniors, and both of them, a couple, a husband and a wife, both had quotes of $1,100 each for a root canal that they needed to have. And they couldn't put it off because they were living with so much pain. So they needed to pay for this. And for them, it's $2,200 that they're going to be saving with this dental care program. When I told them that their dental care needs will be met by the end of this year, their eyes welled up with tears in the joy of knowing that they're not going to have to live with this pain. And that's what it means to me, what this program means. So it's going to save families money, but it's also going to save them from the pain. We also forced this government to double the GST rebate. It's being called the grocery rebate, and that's going to put up to $500 in the pockets of families. So altogether, families can save up to $1,700. And we wanted to use our power to give people a break. Unlike the Liberals who are in a position of power and wouldn't have done any of this unless we forced them, we wanted to use our power in a way to actually deliver for people, give people a break. And unlike the Conservatives who like to make a lot of noise in the corner, but actually haven't delivered anything to make people's lives better, we've used our power to give people a break, and we're proud of that. But we know there's more work to be done. We know that the major crisis that people are dealing with is also the cost of housing. It's so hard to find a home that's affordable. And I know in Hamilton it wasn't that way a couple of years ago, but now it's really impacting people here in Hamilton. People are struggling with the cost of housing. Monique's been fighting to push that issue forward, and we know that's something that the federal government has not really responded to with the urgency that's required. And finally, employment insurance. Given the fact that we have a very likely recession in the future, we need an employment insurance program that covers all workers, and right now that's not the case. So we're going to keep on fighting for the people of Hamilton and Ontario and Canada, and I want you to know you can count on us. New Democrats will always be on your side. Donc, je suis tellement fier aujourd'hui d'être ici à Hamilton. Je veux noter le centre pour Neighbour to Neighbour et aussi derrière moi l'autobus pour les soins dentaires. Ce sont des programmes et les gens qui livrent l'aide aux gens, et je suis tellement honoré de rencontrer ces gens et je veux les féliciter pour leur travail. Et ce qu'on va faire, c'est de enlever un peu de pression sur leurs épaules avec ce qu'on a forcé le gouvernement de faire avec un programme de soins dentaires qui va commencer à la fin de cette année pour les enfants de moins de 18 ans et nos aînés, et aussi les gens qui vivent en situation de handicap. Ça va économiser l'argent, mais aussi aider les familles qui font face à des défis parce qu'elles ne peuvent pas ne peuvent pas se permettre de payer les factures pour les soins dentaires. Donc, on va vraiment aider les familles. On a aussi forcé ce gouvernement de doubler le crédit de la TPS. Ça va mettre plus d'argent dans les poches des familles. On est fiers de ça, mais on sait qu'il y a beaucoup de travail qui reste. On va continuer de se battre pour plus de logements abordables et aussi pour une assurance emploi qui fonctionne pour tout le monde. Donc, on va continuer de se battre pour vous. With that, I'm ready for any questions that you might have.
One question, one follow-up. We're going to start with CBC Hamilton.
So question, thousands of federal workers have voted for a strike mandate. Will you continue to support the government if they don't support the demands of the workers? And if so, for how long?
Okay. Well, I want to make it really clear that given the recent votes, a number of public sector unions at the federal level have made it very clear that they need a fair deal, a fair negotiated deal, and we support them 100%. We think that workers should be respected. These are the workers that helped deliver people the help they needed during the pandemic. These are the workers that were able to give people CERB. And now they need respect and they need dignity. And so we're going to absolutely support them. And we're calling on the federal Liberal government, Trudeau's Liberals, to negotiate fairly with these workers and give them the respect they deserve.
Would you be able to answer that in français also?
Yes, yes. Donc, on appuie énormément nos travailleurs dans le secteur public. Et ce sont les mêmes travailleurs qui ont livré l'aide aux gens, la PCU, ils ont donné l'aide aux gens et maintenant ils méritent d'avoir le respect du gouvernement fédéral. Donc, on exige le gouvernement libéral et le Premier ministre Trudeau de négocier un bon contrat avec ses employés, donner le respect à ces travailleurs parce qu'ils le méritent. Yeah.
So you mentioned using your power. You're continuing to support this Liberal government. How do you feel like continuing to support them is helping your party and will help your party form the next government, whatever you decide the election's going to be?
First and foremost, we use our power to help people. That's really our number one priority. And we can show that concretely. We can show that we've expanded dental care or expanded our healthcare system for the first time since it's come in to include something new. It's never been done before, and we're proud that we've used our power to achieve that. So our first goal was to make life better for people, to give people a break. And that's what people told us. They said, we need a break. The cost of everything is more expensive. The cost of groceries, the cost of our housing, the cost of our bills, everything is going up. We need a break, and we delivered that break by saving people money so they can go and see a dentist and not worry about the cost. It's going to save families money and also save them from the pain. So we did that. And then secondarily, yeah, of course we want to show Canadians that if you vote New Democrat, this is what you get. You get someone who's going to fight for you and deliver for you. You know, Liberals would not have done any of these things unless we force them. And the Conservatives make a lot of noise, but what have they done to make your life better? What have they done in a minority government, in two minority governments, concretely to actually give people a break, to improve their quality of life? Nothing. And so we want to make that case to Canadians. When you vote for New Democrats, you get a fighter. You can see that with Monique, someone who is a fighter in Hamilton. People are used to that. They know that when you have a New Democrat on your side, you've got someone that's going to stand up for you and deliver for you. And that's the message we want to send to Canadians and to Hamiltonians.
Just a second question here. Trudeau's Chief of Staff, Katie Telford, is testifying on Friday. How do you feel? What's your response to her finally agreeing to testify? And what are you hoping to hear from her?
So we're the ones that forced that to happen. Folks will recall a couple of weeks ago, I laid down an ultimatum. I said, either the government, the government's got to stop the obstruction in committee, allow the witness to testify, or we're going to force it to happen. And we were able to get them to do that. So I think that's a first step. We still believe, even though this testimony is going to happen, even though this is going to be important, questions are going to be asked about what the Prime Minister knew, when the Prime Minister knew it, what his office did about that information. Those are important questions, but it doesn't change the fact that we ultimately need a public inquiry, because the questions that are being raised about foreign interference have the potential to make people feel less likely to vote. They'll say, what's the point of voting? There's already a lot of voter apathy. So we want people to know that voting matters. It matters because you can get things like dental care if you vote. So we want people to vote. We want them to have confidence in the electoral system. And we don't want foreign interference to be a playground for political parties to score points on each other. That is not what we want. We want this to be about defending and protecting our democracy. And that's why we're still calling for a public inquiry. While we are the ones that forced the testimony of Katie Telford to happen, we still think that's not enough. A public inquiry is the only way to really answer the questions of Canadians. Okay. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Merci. Thank you. Monique.
Always good.
That's awesome. Thanks all again. That was so good.
Thank you for coming.
Yes. Yes. My pleasure. Yeah, it was great.
Stop.